There's only one way to describe it.
1916, the 49ers over the Redskins. Your final thoughts, John?
I think the key drive was that last drive when the 49ers went down to score the touchdown to put this game into overtime. And I think the offensive line of the 49ers took over then. They had good pass protection, and that pass to Brent Jones was a big, big play.
All right, so for John Madden, I'm Pat Summerall saying so long from RFK Stadium, where the final score was San Francisco 19, Washington 16. Coming up next, except in Washington, it's the second half of our Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader as the Cowboys take on the Giants or the Eagles take on the Cardinals. That's all coming up next.
This has been a presentation of sports, home of Super Bowl 31. It's here.
Let me feel it.
97 626 LX5.
I want to touch it.
Customized by Mazda.
I want to hold it in my hand.
With air, cruise control, cassette stereo, power windows and locks, and more. $17,895. Or lease for $219 a month, $500 down payment.
I'm never gonna let go.
Mazda, customized for value. 626.
I got a passion for the road.
Is that not a sexy utility vehicle?
So I really appreciate the standard V8 engine of the Mercury. It's got plenty of power, pulls the jet ski. You don't even know it's there.
The mountain bike goes in the back of the Mountaineer.
Lots of room for lots of stuff. Rides great, just like a luxury car. Everything about it looks great.
My vehicle works extremely well for my business as well as my family.
I did not think you could have such passion for metal and rubber as I do for my truck.
You couldn't ask for anything more. They really did a quality job.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury now.
It's one of LA's oldest traditions, but is it getting out of control? Fox Undercover takes you into Fast Lane with Cruisers. Monday on Fox 11 News at 10. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Welcome back to Giant Stadium as the Cowboys and Giants get set to kick off. Dallas at 7-4, the Giants at 4-7. The Redskins to the 49ers in overtime have dropped to 8-4. So the Cowboys, Matt, can move into a tie for first place, as could the Eagles today if they beat the Arizona Cardinals. Dan Reeves, who has 1 year left on his contract, and already talking about successors for Reeves after a very rocky year, and Barry Switzer, whose decision to have Bonio kick a 7th field goal to tie an NFL record. He came under some heat this week, including some from his own sideline. Bonio kicking off. The Giants have won the toss. Conrad Hamilton returning the kick from the 5-yard line. Hamilton finds some running room and a good return beyond the 30-yard line. So the Giants with Dave Brown, the quarterback, going against the #1 defense in the NFL. Those are Brown's numbers this year. 10 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. The offensive line, Greg Lance Smith, Brian Williams, the center, has played well. Ex-Cowboy Ron Stone and Scott Gregg is the right tackle. Rodney Hampton and Charles Way in the backfield. Chris Callaway and Lawrence Dawsey playing in place of Thomas Lewis and Howard Cross, the tight end. Giants starting from their 32. And here's Rodney Hampton. And Hampton brings it out close to the 40-yard line and a good gain of 7 on first down. Defensively for the Cowboys, #1 overall in the NFL, Shante Carver, Leon Lett, Chad Hennings, and Tony Tolbert, the defensive line. Darren Smith, Fred Strickland, and Randall Godfrey, a rookie starting his 2nd game at linebacker. Deion Sanders and Kevin Smith, the corners. George Teague and Darren Woodson are the safeties. 2nd down and 3, and again, it's Hampton. And Hampton will be shy of the first down by about a yard as Leon Lett comes in to make the tackle.
this New York Giant football team, so how do they win this game? Well, you're seeing them run the first 2 plays. They're going to have to be able to run this ball effectively today. Yeah, Thomas Lewis is gone. Aaron Pierce is gone. And you're also playing against maybe the 2 best corners in the league. And when that happens, you effectively take your passing game out of it, so you have to run.
3rd and 1, and they run again, and a first down for Rodney Hampton. You saw Tyrone Wheatley on the sideline, and he should see considerable action today as well.
A lot has been talked about with Rodney Hampton. Look, you can see that. Look at this. Zeros over here. The productivity has gone down this year. And I think there's a couple reasons. First of all, Rodney Hampton comes out and says, you know, I'm a half a step slower. But I think more than that is the fact that they've been down in so many games, they've had to throw, and I think that plays into it.
And a play-action fake on first down.
Oh, boy.
The pass incomplete. Rolls. Big pressure put on Dave Brown. No flag is thrown.
No, now it's thrown.
And
it should be thrown. George Teague just about tackled Lawrence Darcy as he was coming out. George Teague got faked out so badly that he reached out and just grabbed Darcy. They go with the fake play action. Everybody's up top. Well, watch right here. Teague gets beat badly, reaches out.
Number 30, defense at the 5-yard penalty, first down.
It'll be a first down as you see Dawsey being knocked down, and he protested, and of course the penalty thrown against the Cowboys. Tom White, the referee, so the Giants will have a first down on their own 48-yard line.
It's a good penalty actually by Teague. I tell you, they get 5 yards in a first down, but if he misses them, heck, Dawsey could still be running. So you just stick that arm out there and you take your shot. You never know if it gets called or not.
Short drop by Brown. Fade overthrows the intended receiver, Chris Callaway. And that'll bring up second down. Deion Sanders, as you mentioned, Kevin Smith, 2 perhaps of the best cover cornerbacks in the NFL.
You know, the last couple of weeks I've had an opportunity to be able to watch Kansas City, Dale Carter and James Hasty, and now these Dallas corners, Kevin Smith and Deion Sanders. Those are the 2 top tandems in the league. These guys, they don't even come into the huddle. They know their defense. They just line up outside. They don't even get the calls communicated by the safety. And effectively, they just take away your wideout.
2nd and 10. On the draw, Hampton gets to midfield for a gain of a couple. Fred Strickland, who has played well at middle linebacker, making the stop.
And you look at this Giant team, they have to be able to keep the score close. If they can keep the score close, they can get that big offensive line after the Dallas front continue to on them, and then as the game wears on, you have a shot with that running game. What's killed them the last few times in this game, in these games between the Cowboys and the Giants, is the Cowboys jump up on them so fast, they have to throw. And then that's it for their running game.
Giants dead last in the NFL on 3rd down conversions. They need 8 yards. Flags are thrown, and Brown firing away again, going for Callaway, but Tom White will explain this penalty.
You know, 2 times that he's had a shot, he's gone to Callaway, who's on Deion Sanders. And now, speed-wise, that's no match.
Number 52, defense.
Jim Schwantz, the linebacker. Let's listen to Dave Brown drawing off Dallas. And the good starter count by bringing up a 3rd down and 3 for the Giants on the Cowboy 45. Tyrone Wheatley came into the game for 1 play, but now Rodney Hampton is back in the backfield. Brown has some time, and his pass is tipped incomplete. It was tipped by Fred Strickland on the pass intended for the tight end, Howard Cross.
When they got some pressure inside on Dave Brown, and Brown got the little happy feet back there. You have to be able to stand in there a little bit more and be a little bit more patient.
Mike Horan, who leads the NFL in kicks inside the 20, will be punting, and Deion Sanders back deep at the 10 for the Cowboys. Horan with a good high kick, and Conrad Hamilton keeps it in play, and the Giants down it inside the 5. Great hustle by Conrad Hamilton And that will set the Dallas Cowboys deep in their own territory.
That's better than hustle. That's a tremendous play by Hamilton. You see how he had his body there? Now, he has to make sure, first of all, that his feet are still in the green part. See? Keep them in, and then he has to be able to have the presence to knock that thing back. He was able to get that. That's a great play. I mean, you just don't see that every play.
So the Cowboys will start from their own 2-yard line on their first possession. Coming out with 2 tight ends, Derek Ware and Ty.J. Armstrong. And the handoff is to Emmitt Smith. No gain on the play. Want to welcome you to Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the first quarter in the game between the Dallas Cowboys, 7-4, and the Core at 7. The Giants have had the ball once, got into Cowboy territory, and have pinned Dallas back on their own 3-yard line, where Troy Aikman had 2nd down and 9. No score, first quarter. Aikman in the end zone, flips it out to Darrell Johnston, and Moose is tackled immediately by Corey Whitmer, and that'll bring up about 5. Monday, the wide receivers, Eric Whitmer, the tight end, with Eric Bjornsson inactive today. 3rd down and 4. Deion Sanders in, and Williams out of the slot. And the pass is caught for the first down, and making the reception for the Cowboys is Kelvin Martin. Gain of 6, and the Cowboys move to 6. Defensively for the Giants, Bratsky, Hamilton, Harris, and Strahan, the defensive line. Marcus Buckley is starting in place of Corey Miller, who's hurt. Corey Whitmer in the middle and Jesse Armstead outside. Jason Sehorn, Tito Wooten, Jesse Campbell, and Felipe Sparks in the secondary. First down for the Cowboys on the 14. Emmitt Smith finds an opening and gets it out to the 20-yard line, and a gain of about 6 on first down.
You know, last night I had a chance to sit down and talk with Emmitt Smith, and I got to tell you, he's an impressive guy. And the biggest thing you notice is how much pride he has. And I wanted to ask him that, you know, he just doesn't quite look like the same Emmitt, but I really couldn't bring myself to really. And without missing a beat, Emmitt said, you know, I have 5 more games. I want to be able to reestablish my reputation.
2nd and 5 at the 19, and here is Emmitt Smith trying to do just that. And he is close to a Cowboy first down. Jason Sehorn, the cornerback, making the tackle, and he wants to reestablish his reputation as the Cowboys' rushing offense wants to do.
I mean, look at this, 21st this year, and that's always been the strength of this team. I mean, what they've always done with Emmitt Smith is they've been able to get behind that offensive line, start pounding early, and then as the game gets to the 4th quarter, that's when he really takes over. I got to tell you, that's a function also. Emmitt's running is a function of that offensive line, because, you know, Ray Donaldson's coming off an injury. They've been beat up and down that line of scrimmage, and that plays into his running game, his running abilities as well.
3 wide receivers on first down. Aikman has time, but his pass intended for Williams is incomplete. You'll see 3 and 4 wide receiver alignments by the Cowboys today, Barry Switzer told us, because of the fact that they are short at tight end. Eric Bjornsson playing very well, though out with 2 sprained ankles, unable to play today.
Now, the New York Giants defensively have played pretty well this year. Now, last week, they laid an egg. But they have been playing and coming on and playing together as a unit. Not like they have any superstars over there, but as a group, they play pretty good together.
2nd down and 10. Emmitt Smith turning the corner, and a good tackle, Jason Sehorn, after Marcus Buckley got on the shoe tops, and a gain of 4 for Emmitt Smith. And last week against the Cardinals, the Giants, Dan Reeves said that was our worst defensive effort of the year by far in that loss to Arizona.
Yeah, really. Well, you know, the thing is, they're going against the Cardinals, and I think what happens is they go into that game thinking we can handle them. We handle them before, we'll be able to, you know, not a big deal. What happens is they get out there, And the Cardinals are better than they thought they were, and they're not as good as they thought they were.
Third down and 6 on the Cowboys 29. Aikman wide open up the middle is Kevin Williams. And Williams may have another Dallas first down. Kevin Williams, who returned against Green Bay after a broken ankle, was out a month and caught a 31-yard pass against the Packers.
Now, I think Kevin Williams is a major addition to this offense again. I think Kevin Williams is the key to that offense in that passing game, because what teams have been doing is they've been taking their coverage to Michael Irvin, and they've been saying, okay, Deion Sanders, you're not a receiver. We're going to make you try to beat him.
First down on the 35. Penalty flags down. And Emmett Smith gets a yard. No score. We're in the first quarter. 7:16 to go. Dan Reeves, who, of course, starred as a running back with the Cowboys under Tom Landry.
Offside, nose tackle. Defense, that's a 5-yard penalty.
Penalty is against the Giants, and right now for a McDonald's game break, let's return to James Brown at our Fox Television Center. JB?
All right, Ricky Waters carried the ball 7 consecutive times on this series, and he takes it in for the score. Eagles on top of Arizona by the score of 7-0. Back to you.
The Eagles trying to move into a 3-way tie for first if Dallas can win. Redskins lost to the 49ers in overtime.
Great game that one.
First down and 5. Aikman is going deep. And there is Michael Irvin. And Irvin makes the catch. And the Cowboys felt they could get to the Giant cornerbacks in a gain of 38 yards.
Well, the only way they're going to be able to do that is if Heck Troy Aikman first. You can see a lot of time to throw. Heck, nobody's even there. And then Spark is on the outside. He's going to break to the outside. And that's where he beat. Right when he turned, see when he went from inside to outside, the ball is perfectly thrown. When the ball's thrown like this, and Irvin has those steps, that's tough.
And you talk about protection. Aikman has been sacked only 11 times this year. This is the 10th play of the drive. First and 10 on the Giants 22. Aikman's pass. And out of the backfield is Darryl Johnston for a short gain of only 2.
It's funny, you know, we spoke with Felipe Sparks the other day about this matchup, and he was so excited he couldn't wait to play. It's about competition. You know, it's about going against the best. You know, you see Troy Aikman over there and Michael Irvin, and he knows his limitations. And he knows he's going to compete all day long. And I guarantee you right now that that's driving him crazy. They got
Percy Ellsworth comes in as a nickel back for the Giants on 2nd down and 8. Emmett Smith is tackled from behind by Jesse Armstead for no gain. Armstead, one of the bright spots on defense for the Giants in this losing year.
Well, what Jesse Armstead does pretty well. He runs pretty well. And then he's very good in pass defense. Where he has problems is when you run right at him. He's not a real big guy. That last play played right to his strength. And they're not coming at him. They're kind of running away from him. He could use his speed, get inside, use his instincts to make the play.
3rd down and 8 coming up for Dallas. No score with under 5.5 minutes to go in the first. Troy Aikman has completed 5 of 6. His big throw is to Michael Irvin. 3rd down and 8 up the middle, and the pass to Darryl Johnston, and the fullback is short of the first down. Inside the 15, however, where Sehorn and Armstead brought down the Moose. Gain of 7. Chris Bonio will come aboard to try to give the Cowboys a lead.
A nice ball by defensive coordinator Mike Nolan of the Giants. He rushed 3 people over the 3 down linemen, and then he had 8 people back. And you flood everything with the zone, there's no place to go. You have to come underneath, and then you just make the tackle.
So the Giants with a big play, but now Bonio, who tied an NFL record with 7 field goals Monday night against the Packers. This is a 31-yard kick, and the kick is good. So 20 consecutive field goals by Chris Bonio, and the Dallas Cowboys have moved in front of the New York Giants by a score of 3-0.
I'll tell you, children, how it was before the skies were freed. To fly somewhere you needed wealth. It was a luxury. Then Southwest Airlines came along and democratized the skies. Now every man, woman, and child is free to pack up and fly. One day soon we'll fly to the moon, if that's where you need to be. Now we gotta get back to business, boys. Set the country free.
Coors Light, the silver bullet, the chill cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies.
Good boy.
The new Coors Light wide mouth can is here with a giant opening for a smoother pour.
Like most car companies, we kept our new coupe a secret before we introduced it to the public.
Whose red car is that out there in the parking lot?
It's probably me. Am I blocking you?
Oh, no. It kind of caught my eye when I walked by it.
We covered up the name so you'd be surprised when you finally saw it in a showroom.
So, what is it?
I'm not supposed to.
We never thought, though, that people would be able to figure out what car it was just by meeting the people who test drove it. Well, so much for keeping a secret.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. By Saturn, a different kind of company, a different kind of car. By Black & Decker, any job, anywhere, anytime. And by HBO. It's not TV, it's HBO.
Looking at the Dallas Cowboys offensive group on the sideline. Dallas leading 3-0 with 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Chris Bonial's field goal giving Dallas the lead. Conrad Hamilton returning the kick. And again, brings it out close to the 30-yard line. That's a 17-yard return. Cowboys go 85 yards, and Bonial puts them 3-0. We'll be right back.
The Black & Decker Workmate, now with a larger work surface and one-handed clamping. Workmate by Black & Decker.
Can MasterCard unite the world? Well, the world can't seem to agree on a single language or even a single philosophy. But we can all seem to agree on a single currency. Gold MasterCard, accepted at over 280,000 cash machines worldwide.
What an extraordinary time to be a child. Now that we can surf the internet through our TVs, the world is literally at their fingertips. Children are our future. The better we make the world for them, the better we make the us.
Web TV from Philips Magnavox. The power of the internet now on your own television.
Space Jam is here, and the rush for Space Jam Plush is on at McDonald's. Get Bugs, Taz, and all the others before they're gone. Just $2.99 each when you buy any McDonald's Deluxe or Large Sandwich. Only one place has Space Jam deals this plush.
McDonald's, Doc.
Introducing McDonald's Deluxe Sandwiches. They're new. They're big, with fresh toppings and a bakery soft roll. The average adult has over 8,000 taste buds. Get ready to use them all. It's McDonald's with a grown-up taste.
Hang on for non-stop excitement. Sylvester Stallone, Janine Turner, John Lithgow, Cliffhanger, Tuesday on Non-Stop Fox.
Cowboys lead the Giants 3-0. Giants limited offensively at Matt mentioned with Howard Cross, the tight end, Aaron Pierce out with a sprained knee, and Thomas Lewis inactive with a hamstring pull. Lewis, their leading receiver. So that short circuits a lot of what the Giants can do. They start their second possession from the 28-yard line, first down. And a fake pressure. Tolbert put pressure on Brown, and here is Howard Cross. And Cross will have a Giant first down as he gets about 11 yards. Randall Godfrey, the rookie from Georgia, on the play.
Well, you're going to watch Tony Tolbert come clean because he's supposed to. I mean, that's the design of the play. And then Brown has to get rid of the ball before he can get there. I mean, what you're really hoping for is that Tolbert comes down hard inside and Brown can get back out. In any event, Cross flashes him at the point and gets out, makes the completion.
First down at the 38 for the Giants. Out of the I formation. Here's Hampton. And the 41-yard line. Kevin Smith forcing the play from the secondary, a gain of 3.
You know, it's funny when you watch this Giant offense, you see, you know, we've seen him a few times. Lance Smith made a difference. I mean, Lance Smith came in for Rob Zatterstrom, and they say, well, he's old, you know, he's not as strong as he was, and he's not. But, I mean, there's something about a guy who's done it before, and there's something about a guy who knows just how to play the game. And he knows how to play the game. He gets in there, and yeah, he may get overpowered, but he'll hold you right. He knows where everybody has to be, and he uses his help very well.
Veteran who played with the Cardinals. 2nd down and 7. Brown with a play action. And coming in underneath is Howard Cross. And Cross covered downfield by Tolbert. May have another first down near midfield.
Now, I want you to watch Lance Smith inside. And he's going over Leon Lett. Now, this is a matchup, you know, he shouldn't win. But because, you know, he goes to the face, he stays inside, everything he's doing is tech right. And when you do that, you give Dave Brown a chance. And you give Dave Brown a chance, and Howard Cross can make the play down the field.
Cross had 10 receptions coming in, already has 2. Here is Hampton, who spins his way into Cowboy territory, and Tony Tolbert is there again. 3-0 in favor of the Cowboys with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The Cowboys destroyed the Giants on the second week of the season, 27-0 at Texas Stadium, and it was one of the low points in years for the Giant offense.
I got to tell you something. I think that affected the New York Giants mentally. I thought that was like in a boxing match. You took a knockout, and it took them a while to come back off of that.
2nd and 7. Out of the backfield. Jarred loose by Kevin Smith. He put a lick on Rodney Hampton and lost the ball, but a flag is down at the 45-yard line, and holding is the penalty Giants.
You know, you're going to see that hit by Kevin Smith, but I'm going to tell you something. That would make the cowardly line extremely pleased with Rodney Hampton, because that was pure courage. He saw Kevin Smith, and he knew he was going to take one in the kisser.
Holding, number 74, offense.
Scott Bragg, the right
10-yard
tackle.
penalty. 2nd down.
I want you to listen to this hit, and then I want you to watch Hampton. See, Hampton had it was all in front of him. He knew he was going to take the hit, yet he still went up there and took the chance. And that's toughness, and that's being there before. And Rodney Hampton has all those things. Look at it. He knows he's going to get it. He tries to make himself smaller, but he still takes it.
Pretty good lick put on by Smith. Brings up a 2nd and 17 following the penalty. Giants in 2nd and long, and there's Dorsey, and it's intercepted by Kevin Smith. Smith down the sideline, and will go out of bounds short of midfield. So the interception by Smith, his 5th of the year, and a return of 17 yards will give the Cowboys good field position. We'll be right back.
My town doesn't even have a stoplight, much less a car dealership. So when I wanted to look at a Saturn, I called the closest retailer, even though it was all the way down in Salt Lake. No problem, they said, we'll pick you up. See, Scott, the Saturn sales guy, was also a pilot. And 250 miles later, I bought the gold one. Good thing, I guess, considering that no one had ever mentioned how I was going to get home.
Feeding the giant octopus, I call it. The never-ending carpet for computers, information, communications, internet access. What do they think I am? A hero? Or a magician? I can be both.
Where is enterprise computing headed? Look to where the leaders of the PC revolution are taking it.
Carbon monoxide isn't the only thing to worry about coming from your tailpipe, because with every stroke of your engine, motor oil is being vaporized into exhaust, leaving less and less protection. That's why there's Castrol GTX 10W30. Of every leading 10W30, Castrol provides the most protection against volatility burn-off. So use Castrol, or watch more of your protection go up in smoke. Castrol GTX, the most protection against volatility burn-off.
Will Kelly's new pet become Thanksgiving dinner?
I'm so sorry.
Talking to his butt. Eat with children. His head's in the garbage. Tonight.
Cowboys with a great opportunity thanks to Kevin Smith. No interceptions against Brett Favre last week, but against Dave Brown. Smith picks off number 5 for him this season.
Well, it was the way he did it that's impressive. I mean, and he did it as much with his head as he did with his ability to just play the defense.
We talked about their ability to cover. First down on the 48-yard line. And maybe a yard for Emmitt Smith, Jesse Armstead, and Chad Bratsky.
I want you to watch down here. I want you to watch how Kevin Smith, by body position, takes away this throw. Now he's going to work to his top side, stays right on top. Now, he gives the receiver one way to go. And right there is the difference. See, because he stayed on top, Brown anticipated the deep throw. He just used his body position. That's smart football. And that's being a real professional.
Second down in Dallas territory. Darryl Johnston splits to the left in motion. And the pass over the middle is caught by Michael Irvin. And that will be enough for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 10. And the Dallas Cowboys have managed to get points lately, Matt, but in their last 13 possessions, no touchdowns, and they want to go the distance.
Right, and the way they're playing right now, that's been their offense. I mean, and really, you're talking about, 9 field goals, 7 of them came on that Monday night game. And then this last one that made it 8. But the way this offensive line is protecting Troy Aikman, I have a feeling those numbers are going to change. Because Troy Aikman is not getting any pressure at all.
Herschel Walker has replaced Darryl Johnston. And finally, with a lot of confusion going on, the Cowboys call a timeout. Timeout with 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
War educates the sense, calls into action the will, brings men into such swift and close collision in critical moments that man measures man.
The way I see it, coaching against this Leon kid must be like sitting on a tack. Got your offense stymied, your defense bamboozled. What can you do? And just when you figure things can't get any worse, guess who shows up to return the punt? Prime time. Oh, brother. Anyway, take it from me, forget your fancy sports drink and get yourself some bicarbonate of soda.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals? Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue #1, so don't send the wrong signals. Get Selsun Power.
It's back. The Goodyear Buy 3, Get 1 free sale. Right now, buy 3 selected Goodyear tires at regular price. And the 4th tire is free. So call 1-800-GOODYEAR today and get on the line with your local retailer.
Homer and Bart are home alone.
Look at this place. We gotta do something.
Garbage Angels?
On a brand new Simpsons. Tonight at 8, 7 Central.
And under a lot of pressure with the Cowboys leading the Giants 3-0 is Dan Reeves, who had a very successful first year, and then things went downhill. This week, he gave each player a poem called The Man in the Mirror, where everyone has to be responsible for their own actions under the problems that he's facing with this team. First and 10 at the 41. Troy Aikman after a Cowboy first down going for Michael Irvin. Oh, nice pass is intercepted by Jason Sehorn, who's running it back. Sehorn out of bounds, and the Giants get it back on a Sehorn interception.
Sehorn played that as well as you can play it. And frankly, I think Aikman underthrew that ball a little bit, but Sehorn was right on it. You're going to watch him right out there. Watch. Same thing. Play with your man. Run. Use body position. Now, when the receiver looks, you look. Watch on the other end. Aikman just standing in there, and then Hamilton finally got a hit on him, but not before that ball was delivered. Sehorn just played it perfectly, though.
Second interception of the season by Sehorn, so the turnovers are all even, and the Giants get it back on the 33-yard line. Hardley and Charles Way are the running backs, and Wheatley getting the call. And Wheatley brings it out, and that should be the last play of the first quarter. Wheatley, with considerable action in the second half against the Cardinals, played well last week. And that is the end of the first quarter here at Giant Stadium with the score, the Dallas Cowboys 3 and the New York Giants 0.
I never could have outfought Santino.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Their inexplicable behavior continues. Got to go now. Braveheart is on.
It's not TV. It's HBO.
But I didn't know until this day that it was Rossini all along.
Taco Bell introduces fajita wraps, a different taste from a whole new place.
Cut it up, spice it up, grill it up, wrap it up, mix it up, fire it up, fill it up, tear it up, wrap it up.
Sink your teeth into Taco Bell fajita wraps. Marinated grilled steak or chicken and roasted fresh veggies, all wrapped up and ready to rumba.
There's nothing ordinary about it. Wrap it up.
Take a stroll down memory lane at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
You crushed my knee, was your toes, you broke my ribs.
It was your nose.
Ah, yes. I remember it well. You sacked me once.
I sacked you twice.
In pouring rain.
No, it was nice.
Ah, yes.
When you go, don't forget your Visa card, because the Hall takes the NFL's best, but not American Express.
See ya, Nitsky.
It's Butkus.
Ah, yes.
It's everywhere you want to be.
Tonight on the X-Files, a discovery from another world could mean the end of ours. Don't miss a terrifying new X-Files tonight at 9, 8 Central on Fox. We start the second quarter. Dick Stockton and Matt Millen. The Giants trying to get something going, trailing 3-0. Jason Sehorn with the interception. And the Giants have a second down and 5 on their 38. The handoff is to Wheatley, and Tyrone Wheatley gets a couple of yards. He'll be short by about 1.5 yards. Tony Casillas made the tackle. Kavika Pittman, the rookie, is in there as well. Irvin McCormick and Broderick Thomas also in as a pass rusher.
You look at Tyrone Wheatley and you say, what the heck kind of a back? Now, obviously, he's got speed. He's faster than Rodney Hampton, but the bottom line is you really don't know because you haven't seen him enough.
Wheatley with a flag down, drives into Dallas territory.
You know, last week was the first real peak you got at Wheatley. And he showed you some quickness, and what most people think is he's an outside guy. A guy who likes to use that speed and get to the corner. But I'll tell you what, he's a big kid. He's 235 pounds. That 228 is wrong. He told us yesterday he's 235. And he does have the speed. You'd like to see him be able to run inside and then get outside.
No penalty on the play. First down at midfield. And here is Tyrone Wheatley. And Wheatley gets 6 yards. No question, he is the running back of the future for the Giants. Strickland and Godfrey bring him down after game 6.
You know, it was interesting speaking with him yesterday. He was saying, you know, it's taken him to be able to figure out where he should be because he's used to watching Rodney Hampton. And Rodney Hampton doesn't have Wheatley's speed, and so he's lining up where he would be with the same depth, and he's getting to the hole too fast. And he said, you know, I've had to deepen everything up and just kind of reassess where I'm at.
Second and 4. Again, they go to Wheatley, and Wheatley is tackled by Broderick Thomas. Cowboys using Thomas now as a pass-rushing defensive end now that Charles Haley is out with back surgery.
Tell you, just watching the Giants with Wheatley in there, they look faster. They look quicker. And it looks like that offensive line, all of a sudden, they get a little bit better when they have a guy like Wheatley who's on top of them a little bit quicker. And when you have that, a guy who gets on, you can set your blocks up a little bit better.
Third and 1. Giants second time in Cowboy territory, and they're going to go again to Wheatley, and Wheatley's the first down. Let's see where the spot is. It'll be close.
You know, I didn't hear a whistle. Did you? There was no whistle. Now there's the whistle, and I think he's going to... There was a fumble, and they're going to give that another 7 yards.
They're going to bring it up to the 32-yard line. There was no whistle. You're right, Matt. Giants get some extra yards out of it.
That was a great street move by Chris Callaway.
Recovered by New York. First down.
It was a fumble, and Callaway recovered, and everyone seemed to stop.
Yeah, let's listen to this thing. No whistle. No whistle. Callaway picks it up. Heck, he didn't even know if he should.
He stopped, too.
And now there was the whistle. So there's no whistle. Heck, Callaway probably could have scored, but he didn't believe it either.
So the Giants have a first down on the Cowboys 32. And a play fake. Brown fleeing his receivers. Nowhere to go. And he flips it to Howard Cross. Incomplete. That was good coverage downfield by the Cowboys.
Going to watch Chris Callaway. They're going to run to his side now. He's going to try to take that guy deep, and then he's going to come back to the comeback. Now, he's sitting there. There's nobody there, but to be honest with you, what's happened is Brown was looking down the field to Saxton across the middle, and he was waiting for him to clear, and then Charles Way went deep on him, and there was no place to throw the ball, but the place there was on the sideline with Callaway, but Brown never saw him.
That'll bring up second down at 15 for the Giants. Kevin Alexander, the third wide receiver in there, number 86. Brown drills it, and the pass is caught by Alexander. A good chunk of that yardage. That'll bring up third down for the Giants. They are inside the Cowboy 30.
I think they got away with one. It looked like a defensive end jump. Must have gotten back on time, but Brown had some time to throw that. I want you to watch Broderick Thomas down here. Here comes the hard count, and there's the jump, and there's the snap, and he got away with one.
Third down and 6. Brown's pass, unable to hold on to it, is Lawrence Dawsey. He was open, and that'll bring up fourth down, and the Giants will bring on their field goal team.
Man, they had him. I mean, that ball has to be thrown better, and Dawsey has to lay out. But Dave Brown had time. He had the open receiver. It was a quick throw. The ball, you got to make a little bit of throw, and Dawsey, again, like I said, he's got to lay out and make that play.
Brad Deluiso, 18 of 21, will attempt a 45-yard with Mike Horan holding. Looking to tie this game here in the second quarter. And Deluiso's kick just makes inside the right upright 45-yard field goal. So Bonio in the first quarter, and now Deluiso here in the second just barely makes it. And the Giants and Cowboys are all tied 3-3.
Two nearly identical Porsche 911s. One destined for Le Mans, the other for a quieter life in America. But then again, expecting any Porsche to lead a quiet life may be asking a bit too much.
Hi.
Porsche, substitute.
No, this one's on us, sir.
Right. You want to talk about the web? Let's talk about Jack Webb.
You want to tell us a little more about that?
Let's talk about security on the web. You know there are over 50 million people on the web? And they're not all nice.
Liars, cheats,
hackers, snoops.
con men.
Your competition.
What's your point?
You want to keep the bad guys out, but you want to let the good guys in, right?
You got it all worked out.
Not me personally, but some software guys.
Let's have the names, son.
This is for Mr. Blanchard, who told me to make something of myself. For Miss Miller, who never let me settle for a seat. For my parents, who believe in my dreams. For myself, for my future. Be all that you can be.
Fox.
NFL Sunday is brought to you by Porsche, who wish to remind you there is no substitute. By Sony's PlayStation, we have over 150 games to choose from, so there. By Wendy's Smoky Bacon Cheeseburger with rich smoky flavor in every bite. And by Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Brad DeLuiso, who tied the game with a 45-yard field goal. The Giants taking advantage of the turnover. Seahorn with the interception went 39 yards in 10 plays. So it's 3-3, and DeLuiso with the kickoff. Charlie Williams back on the goal line, returning for Dallas. And knocked out of bounds. And the Cowboys and Troy Aikman will go to work. 21-yard return by Williams.
Hey, I want you to watch Tyrone Wheatley. Remember, well, he's coming up now. There's the fumble. Now, I want you to watch him at the end. You know what? He knows that's a loose ball, but watch him. He's going to start pointing down. This ball's down. He's saying, this ball's down. See, it's down. No, it should be right here. It's down. It's down. And he stayed with it just hoping until he saw Callaway pick that thing up.
Rubbing his fingers on the turf.
He was just hoping that thing was going to be down.
From the 21-yard line, and Emmitt Smith gets hit first by Keith Hamilton, and no gain, as so far the Giants have handled Mr. Smith in this first half.
Yeah, now this is the I'll tell you, two teams that have really impressed me with the way they attack at times. Now watch Jesse Armstead come underneath. Again, running away from them. Chicago Bears and the New York Giants, sometimes they have played as good a physical football defensively as I've seen.
And that's always been the name of their game in this NFC East.
Problem has been they've been inconsistent.
Deion Sanders in and running back to the right, second down and 10. And again they go to Emmitt Smith, and again he comes up empty. That was Jesse Armstead with another big play on Emmitt Smith. And right now, for a McDonald's game break, let's return to James Brown at our Fox Television Center.
Dick, here's how Denver became the first team to qualify for the postseason, just like they drew it up. Elway's pass tipped twice. Ed McCaffrey comes through with it and scores. Denver wins it 21-17. Back to Dick Stockton and hello to Matt Miller.
All right, JB, and he says hello to you. And the Broncos open up a 3-game lead over the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC West as a result.
What a great catch by the former Giant.
Third and 10. Darrell Johnston way short of the first down. Thomas Randolph was there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You're sitting at home and you look Troy Aikman, you say, why the heck does he throw the ball there when they have so far to go? Well, the answer is simple, because the Giants in their secondary coverage took away the deep stuff, and they only gave him one thing to throw to.
John Jett will be kicking from about his 10-yard line. Arthur Marshall is back deep for the Giants. Jett with a short, low end-over-end kick, and here's Marshall. Arthur Marshall brings it back almost to midfield. That was a 37-yard kick by Jett. And Darrell Johnston making the tackle. We'll be right back in a tie game, 3-3.
Dear Dave, after session last week, we had the smoky bacon cheeseburgers. One bite, and we said, man, whoever made this has paid his dues. 3 strips of hickory smoked bacon, smoked cheddar with that sauce, a quarter pound of fresh beef with sauteed onions. Dave, it was so delicious, Lucille and I played a whole set of Lowdown Blues. Your pal, B.B. King.
Dear B.B., keep smiling. You'll beat those blues yet.
Try Wendy's Smoky Bacon Cheeseburger Combo.
Carbon monoxide isn't the only thing to worry about coming from your tailpipe, because with every stroke of your engine, motor oil is being vaporized into exhaust, leaving less and less protection. That's why there's Castrol GTX 10W30. Of every leading 10W30, Castrol provides the most protection against volatility burn-off. So use Castrol, or watch more of your protection go up in smoke. Castrol GTX, the most protection against volatility burn-off.
Have you seen the elf? It's hiding behind this card. The elf.
The world's smallest 2-time zoom camera. The big news in the advanced photo system.
Have you seen the elf?
New from Canon.
How do you do a really big project without a really big budget?
The Ace Really Big Sale.
Big help and big name products at really big savings. The Really Big Sale. One big reason, Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Witness the most horrifying accidents ever caught on tape. And meet the people who survived them. Close Call, Cheating Death, Monday on Nonstop Fox.
The NFL on Fox. Thanksgiving special, always a great rivalry. The Redskins and Cowboys, and this year with special meeting. How'd you like those turkeys running across? Hope they get away.
Well, I'll tell you, the Redskins today were no turkeys. You can look at this right now, the matchup, and it's always a tremendous game. But that defensive thing, Washington 30th defensively. But they played like champions today in a great game against San Francisco.
Tyrone Wheatley runs into Dallas territory where Darren Woodson had tackled, but a gain of 5 yards for Wheatley, who's become the workhorse here in the second quarter for New York.
Hey, run him into the ground. See what he's got. I mean, he's got fresh legs. He has a concept of what's going on with the offense now. His offensive line is getting a feel for him. You can see he's running the ball fine. Just keep on handing him the football. And, hey, Rodney Hampton, there's a place for Rodney Hampton in this game, too. But right now, it's Tyrone Wheatley's show.
Second down and 5. Dave Brown fires, and Callaway wide open has a first down, and Deion Sanders spins him out of bounds. And they have to keep Callaway away and see if Chris was shaken up as he flexes his left knee.
Hey, now, remember this. I say this almost every week, but the toughest routes to defend are crossing routes. They take the longest to develop, so your offensive line has to give you time. Callaway starts one side, comes all the way across. See those things, and it's starting to work off of your running game. Two things have to be said. Your offensive line's playing pretty good. And then secondly, I think Dan Reeves is calling a good game. He has them off balance right now.
He does, but this could be a tough injury if Callaway has to come out. They are already short-handed at wide receiver.
I think I watch football a little differently than a lot of people. I see a player take a hit and stay in the game. I think, yeah, we help people stay in the game, too, when they get rocked by something unexpected. An illness, an injury. By filling the gaps their other insurance doesn't cover, Aflac can help keep things going. Pretty solid defense. P.S. The Aflac trivia questions? Sorry, I don't write them, and I hardly get them either.
The VersaPack system, Decker. Versatile, economical, and it makes a great gift. VersaPack by Black & Decker.
This is no ordinary toothbrush. This is the Braun Oral-B Ultra. Clinically proven to remove plaque better than an ordinary toothbrush. Dentists say change your toothbrush every 3 months. We say change it forever. The new Braun Oral-B Ultra.
10 minutes and we're out of here.
Hi, Ralph. It's that pipe again. Will it take long?
Nah, only...
Oh, DirecTV?
A couple hours.
Well, walk up when you leave.
Sure.
DirecTV. Over 175 channels, digital picture and sound. It's satellite TV at its best.
Wow, does this blow cable away?
Comfy?
For the choice of movies, cable, and sports packages you can't get anywhere else, it's got to be DirecTV.
How serious is Ned about divorcing Stacy?
Change locks, dig mode, hire piranhas, little biting, nasty ones.
Brett Stacy tonight after the Simpsons.
Our Aflac trivia question today, Emmitt Smith's 19 touchdowns in 1992 broke which Cowboys single-season touchdown record? The answer coming up. Talking to Dan Reeves yesterday, he said, without question, most consistent offensive player has been Chris Callaway because he has played hurt, not complained all season long. But out he goes and replaced by Arthur Marshall, number 12, who's in motion. First and 10. And Tyrone Wheatley goes nowhere, and it was Randall Godfrey, the good-looking rookie linebacker.
Randall Godfrey made the tackle, but Leon Lett made the play. I mean, there's a matchup inside that the Dallas Cowboys think they have to win. And that's right in here. And again, he's working on Lance Smith. He just takes the outside, and he's so powerful. He works up the field, and that's one of those things that he's got to win. If the Cowboys are going to have Leon Lett has got to be able to take that inside game over.
Working on Callaway on the sideline. 2nd down and 11 after a loss of 1. Dave Brown getting pressure, and the catch and a fine one by Gary Downs, who becomes the 3rd down back with Keith Elias. Out for the year with arthroscopic surgery and gets 6 yards on that play.
A nice catch and a nice throw by Brown. And Brown threw that one, I mean, before he ever broke. Downs, by the time he whipped his head around, the ball was there and did a good job. I mean, that's something that looks like you've been doing it every single day. And remember, they haven't been. Right now, they're depleted in their receivers, all their receivers.
Yeah, we are seeing backups in just about every area. Running back, wide receiver, and tight end. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Looking left, nowhere to go, and he's stopped short about 4 yards away by Chad Headings and Jim Schwantz.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking downfield, and he's got to try to find somebody to throw to. You know, Deion Sanders working on Arthur Marshall. I mean, forget what, throw a blanket on that one. And then go to the other side with Kevin Smith, and he's working on Lawrence Dawsey, throw a blanket on that one, and then you look back underneath, there's no place to throw that football. Every place you look, they're covered. And again, that's the strength, or I should say one of the strengths of that Dallas Cowboy defense. They can cover the heck out of people.
Brad Daloiso, this time from 46 yards out, and the kick is good. The Giants leading the Cowboys in a battle of field goals. Does this look familiar to Monday night's game? Daloiso, though, has given the Giants their first lead of the game with 4:57 remaining in the first half.
Let's go, guys. I need a play down here. Hang on, Mike.
We're working on something up here.
Try 3 wide rocket.
If they blitz, it won't work.
What about a quick slant?
Okay, Mike, we're almost there.
Come on.
Look at pro split Z out.
What's taking so long up there?
Okay, Mike, here we go. 3 wide, 78, Z out, Y cross.
All right, all set? Let's go. Good call, guys. Good job.
Now, with 50% more tender filet than before, McDonald's new Fish Filet Deluxe is sure to satisfy your grown-up needs and desires. For lunch. It's McDonald's with a grown-up taste.
Aluminum. Most new car radiators are made of it, making them a big target for pitting and failure. But Prestone Antifreeze bonds with aluminum, forming the Prestone Zone of protection against corrosion. This winter, your car in the Prestone Zone.
The legendary Nürburgring. It sounds crazy, but they let anyone drive on this world-famous racetrack for just a few Deutschmarks. It was here that Porsche engineers tested our 911 Turbo. Lap after lap of the 400 horsepower engine, the twin turbos, the liquid all-wheel drive. What did we learn? Well, don't send a German engineer here with an ATM card.
The Giants are honoring their 1986 Super Bowl champions who beat Dan Reeves' Denver Broncos, and we see some familiar faces, Matt.
Yeah, there's Lawrence Taylor right there. There's Lamar Leachman, the old defensive line coach. Heck, he's still coaching over there. He had Lawrence Taylor over there. He's still coaching.
Daloiso kicking off to Walker and Williams. It'll be Herschel Walker returning from the goal line. Former Giant, he played with the Giants last year, is stopped shy of the 20-yard line. Once again, today's Aflac trivia question. Emmitt Smith's 19 touchdowns in 1992 broke which Cowboys single-season touchdown record? And the answer, well, Smith broke current Giant head coach Dan Reeves' record of 16 touchdowns, which he set in 1966. Reeves had 8 rushing and 8 receiving. And, of course, Smith set the NFL record with 25 TDs last year. Cowboys from their 18-yard line. First down, trailing now 6-3. Troy Aikman looking to go to the air, and his pass incomplete, short hop by Michael Irvin, defended by Jason Sehorn.
Cowboys are out of now. In that last series, the Giants really played good run defense. And then Troy Aikman's going to come right back. He's going to try to hit that out, but they're out of sync. And I think it's a combination of things. I think the Giant defense is playing with confidence right now, and then the other side of football, they're not. And right now, they're just kind of out of sync. But they've been there before.
Aikman with 1 interception so far today. 2nd and 10. Here's Evan Smith. And the big gain hasn't been there for Smith. Jesse Campbell, good tackler at safety, limits Emmett to a gain of 3.
Yeah, isn't it amazing when you have these division games, like anything can happen? And that's what had the Cowboys scared at the beginning of the game. Talking to defensive coordinator Dave Campo of the Dallas Cowboys, he said, there's 2 kinds of nervous. He said there's big game nervous because you know it's a big game and everything's going to happen. And he said, and then there's that scary nervous. And it's scary because you just don't know what the heck is going to happen. The other team has nothing to lose.
And it's always the second game the teams play against each other. That's scary.
It's that familiarity.
3rd down and 7 from the 21. And the pass is caught by Kevin Williams. Making the tackle was Conrad Hamilton. And that will get the Cowboys out of danger and give them a 1st down.
It's a nice job of knowing where you're at by Kevin Williams. Knowing that you have the 1st down yardage and working right there in front of Hamilton. And all that stuff, none of that even happens. You can forget the catch unless you're getting some protection up front. You know, the offensive line of the Cowboys have given Troy Aikman some time. He hasn't really been rushed at all.
1st down at the 30 of Dallas. Aikman with time, and he's got Michael Irvin. And Irvin has tackled another 1st down. Good gain to the 46-yard line. That was a pickup of 16.
Yeah, and when you have time to throw the football, that's going to happen. This time they're going to go with one of those zone blitzes you talked about. And they're mixing things up because I want you to watch at the end of this who makes the tackle. You watch number 92. He's coming. That's Strahan, the defensive end. Khalife Sparks gets run off. Now look who comes down and makes that play.
Giants, like everyone else, not getting near Troy Aikman this year. 1st and 10, and the pass to Darrell Johnston up the middle, and the fullback being used for a great deal as a pass receiver, gets 24 yards to the Giants' 31-yard line.
That's one of the smartest players right there in the league, Darrell Johnston. Darrell Johnston could be like Clint Eastwood, you know, like a man's got to know his limitations. See how he does this pattern? Perfectly. He pushes Buckley outside, comes right back inside, knows there's no help there.
And the Cowboys will call a timeout. They have 1 left. 2:27 remaining.
I'm not everyone. I'm me. So when I decided to quit smoking, I did not choose that one-size-fits-all patch. I chose Nicorette gum. Nicorette has this flexible dosing schedule that helped me control my cravings. It let me use the strength I needed, the amount I needed, when I needed it. Nicorette was personal. It fit me. You know, me the non-smoker. Me.
Nicorette gum will help you quit smoking successfully by helping you control your cravings. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
Cowboys use their 2nd timeout. They have a 1st down on the Giant 31. So far, Aikman has gone to the air because Emmitt Smith has been limited by the Giants. 20 yards in 9 carries. The Giants have been keying on number 22.
Well, you know, we talked about them kind of being out of sync, but, you know, that's where experience comes into play. Where you've been there, you've been in big games, you're able to go back to what's happened and still play well. And that's what they're doing. The offensive line starts giving them time. Aikman looks down the field. Even though you throw a pick, you have the confidence to come right back. No big deal.
But the Cowboys outgaining the Giants considerably through the air. Barry Switzer looking to see whether the Cowboys can get back into a first-place tie. We have an official's timeout. The clock was reset. Now it shows 2 minutes and 33 seconds. It had been down to 2:27.
Tom White is calling home. Hey, hon, how am I doing? Are they talking about me on TV? That stuff happens all the time. I'll tell you, sometimes you run into the officials and, you know, you're flying from a game site, and they come and they sit right beside you, and the first words out of their mouth, do. I mean, they're on top of that stuff like anything else, and they're cognizant of the fact that there are good games and bad games.
They get judged like everyone else.
Yes, they do.
2:31 is on the clock. First down on the Giant 31. Aikman, again the time up the middle, and he's got Emmitt Smith, and a flag is down back at the line of scrimmage. So they send Emmitt Smith out of the backfield for the first time today. Corey Whitmer made the tackle, and the penalty will go against the Cowboys.
Illegal use of the hands to the head. Number 79, offense. That's a 10-yard penalty.
Right tackle Eric Williams, and that knocks him out of field goal range right now.
Well, watch him right down here. I want you to, this is the Eric Williams rule. I mean, this is something he used to do all the time. Hand to the face. See it right up there? His left hand went right to the face. Last year, in the playoff game, the championship game against Reggie White, they really kind of highlighted it. Fox had that, and they did a good job of documenting it. And the league came back in the offseason. Now, the rule had been in place. We're going to wind it. But they said, we are really going to enforce it this year, and it really became the Eric Williams rule. He plays a really rough, nasty game. I love watching him play. I'd love to compete against a guy like that.
Pretty good right side with Eric Williams and Larry Allen. Cowboys have had to settle for field goals. Touchdowns has not been part of their offense. First down and 20, and the pass to Michael Irvin, and they rule a fumble. He had it, and it's picked up by Tito Wooten. And Wooten is going to go all the way to score. Touchdown. No flags are down. And at midfield, there are a couple of skirmishes going on. Nate Newton and Jesse Armstead were going at it. But a Giant touchdown, 54 yards on the interception by free safety Tito Wooten on Irvin's fumble.
And that's another one where it just looked like that ball flopped around like you're waiting for a whistle, but it didn't happen. Again, defensively, they do a great job of taking away the deep stuff. Now you're going to make him throw underneath and then make the play. Nice job. And that ball came out right away. I mean, that's a great call. Perfect call. Corey Whitmer does a great job of knowing where the ball is. Watch him get the hand through. See that? He tried to bring his arms right through the other arm. The ball popped out. Wooten picks it up, and it's 6 quick.
And Wooten made sure he had possession of the ball when he picked up the fumble before he ran. 54 yards for the touchdown. Here's Tom White.
Yeah, Tom White, they had a little discussion. Now he just gave out signal. There shouldn't have been any discussion. That was a very nice play by Corey Whitmer, knowing where the ball was and driving his arms through the arms of Michael Irvin.
And a costly fumble by Michael Irvin, and with 1:53 showing, we'll have our 2-minute warning. After this, Brad Deluiso kicks the extra point, and a shocker going on here at Giant Stadium. Tito Wooten returning a fumble for a touchdown, and the Giants lead the Cowboys 13-3.
The new IBM Aptiva at Radio Shack with 3D games, 3D internet, and home director. It's no ordinary computer. No ordinary computer can make your home look lived in. No ordinary computer is as thoughtful and so nice to come home to. And the IBM Aptiva with home is only available at Radio Shack. It's no ordinary computer. And with special financing, it's no ordinary deal. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
I really do have dandruff, so I did it. I took the Dinerex test. Dinerex tingles. Head and shoulders, nothing.
All these have effective dandruff medicine, but Dinerex has something extra that tingles, feels fresh.
You won't see me scratching my head in Miami.
Dinerex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
Somewhere between silver and white is a color called chrome. One of the colors between the colors created by Canon Laser Color. Canon Laser Color, its only competition is reality.
trade after trade, active investors rely on our brokerage experience. Isn't it time you had Fidelity Investments working for you?
A discovery from another world.
What you're looking at is quite possibly from Mars.
Could mean the end of ours. A brand new X-Files, tonight on Fox.
The Giants, with an inspired defensive effort, have taken a 10-point lead. They have capitalized on 2 Dallas turnovers and have outscored the Cowboys 10-0 in the process. Brad Eloisa will kick off. It was Whitmer, as Matt pointed out, who applied the hit on Irvin, and Tito Wooten did the rest.
Boy, that's just a matter of awareness by Corey Whitmer. And that's something that not a lot of guys have.
Eloisa kicking off. Walker and Williams back. It'll be Herschel Walker. This kick goes into the end zone, and it's down for a touchback. And the Cowboys will take to the 20-yard line. This week on the Fox Tuesday Night Movie, hang on for the ultimate excitement, the ultimate adventure, the ultimate suspense. Cliffhanger, starring Sylvester Stallone, Tuesday at 8/7 Central on Nonstop Fox. Oh, I even think this crowd is stunned by the Giants' defensive intensity so far this half.
Well, they think that movie's playing right now. It's a cliffhanger already with 1:53 to go. I mean, what they sense is a chance. And when you think you have a chance, it breeds confidence out on the field.
Dallas with a first down on the 20-yard line. Cowboys with 1 timeout left. Screen pass up the middle to Emmitt Smith. And Smith gets some good yardage and has the first down. Conrad Hamilton ran him down. And they did not get out of bounds. The clock continues to run.
When big old Nate Newton got out there and had a heck of a block, which allowed Emmitt Smith to be able to get down there.
On the hurry-up offense. Aikman up the middle, and it's dropped by Kelvin Martin. And that'll stop the clock with 1:25 remaining in the half.
That ball has to be caught. And that, when you're having all those, you start getting all those people back, and you're getting your receivers, and you're starting getting confidence in your passing game. Your offensive line is protecting as well as they are, and that ball's thrown right where it has to be. That's got to really be frustrating. But the great quarterbacks will forget it, as will the receivers. They'll come back and forget that it ever happened.
Second down and 10. Aikman has Emmitt Smith again out of the backfield. Aikman has gone several times to both Darrell Johnson and Emmitt Smith out of the backfield. That time, Felipe Sparks stopped Emmitt after a gain of 4 yards. As we wind down to a minute remaining in the first half. 3rd and 6 coming up. Drilled, and it is nearly intercepted by Jesse Armstead.
I tell you,
that'll bring a 4th down.
Great defense by Armstead, and Mike Nolan, the defensive coordinator. I mean, he's all over this right now. I mean, he is calling a heck of a football game, because what he's done, he's taking all the deep stuff away. Remember, they had Irvin deep early, and then it hasn't happened since. And now they're just sitting back in their zone, and they're making the Cowboys have to come to them. Jesse Armstead just showing patience in coverage. It's a good play. A great play would have been the interception.
Kelvin Martin was the intended receiver. So John Jett kicking it away. And gets off a fine kick. Arthur Marshall with a fair catch at the 19. So the Giants, with 49 seconds remaining in the first half, will have their shot at it. They lead 13-3. Want to remind you that the Dockers Khakis halftime coming up with JB and Terry, and they'll have scores and highlights of today's action.
What a great game that San Francisco-Washington game was. And I think it was more than what people expected.
Well, 8-3 against 8-3, but a lot of people thought the 49ers might have an easier time of it than they did.
Well, the one thing that you had to remember was that they don't run the football great, and that was a plus for the Washington Redskins.
Rodney Hampton in the Giant backfield. They start from the 20. Draw play to Hampton. Bounces off the defender and gets maybe a yard. This, of course, the second time the Cowboys and Giants have met. Look how the Giants have come up bigger in the second time. They beat Dallas in '94, sent them to overtime in '93, and last year a very close call for the Cowboys at Texas. Dallas won by only a point.
Well, they've been all close. They got one one win there, but I think it's a familiarity thing, and I also think, you know, you get drubbed the first time and you play with pride.
Giants are doing that today. Second down and 9, not trying anything fancy as Hampton runs out the clock. And the Giant crowd will give the Big Blue an ovation. That is the end of the first half with the score. The Giants 13, the Cowboys 3. JB and Terry will be along from the Fox Television Center with the Dockers Khakis halftime report following these messages from your local Fox station.
Sydney's found the man of her dreams. He's charming, handsome, but unfortunately he's...
You have to watch a brand new Melrose Place Monday.
What you're about to see may be too intense. Viewers, witness the most horrifying accidents ever caught on tape. And meet the people who survived them.
At no time did I think I was going to live through it.
Close Call, Cheating Death, Monday on Non-Stop Fox.
The 97 Accord. Still fun after all these years. Take one for a ride at your Honda dealer. And now you can lease an Accord LX with a $500 down payment for $239 a month for 24 months.
In 5 hours, you've charged $75 for a 4x4, $98 to plummet off a bridge, $120 to soar through the mountains, and $150 for Kiko to take you where no tourist has gone before. The only thing you haven't charged in 5 hours is the battery on your camcorder. The worry-free Sony Handycam Vision series. Now, you can charge less on your vacation. Or charge less before your vacation with Sony 0% financing. Available at Fry's Electronics.
Howdy. I used to love your Philly cheesesteak. The tender strips of steak, grilled onions and peppers, smothered in melting cheese.
Fond memories.
I cried when you stopped making them.
I just remembered. The Philly cheesesteaks are back.
No!
Yes, but only for a limited time.
Hey, we better hurry. You want a police escort?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go.
Twice the suspense, twice the terror, uncontrollable adventure beyond your imagination. Poltergeist: The Legacy and The Outer Limits, this weekend, only on Fox 11.
Fox Overtime, the big games, the wildest plays, today after the game.
Dockers Halftime Report, brought to you by Dockers Khakis, for pockets that never collapse. Hey, nice pants.
And welcome to Hollywood along with Terry Bradshaw. I'm James Brown. Let's get you caught up on what's taking place. Boy, Giants defense doing a nice job leading the Cowboys 10-3 at the half. Troy Aikman bringing the boys to the Meadowlands.
It all started early, looking right. Felipe Sparks, the left corner, can't stay with Michael Irvin. This 38-yard reception leads to a field goal, 3-0. Field goal by Bonio. Now Aikman back over the middle. Corey Whitner knocks the ball loose. He'll scoop it up for Michael Irvin. He'll go 54 yards as the Giants take a halftime lead over the Cowboys. Emmitt Smith held just 20 yards rushing on 9 attempts in the first half.
Dallas with 2 turnovers as well. Boomer Esiason, you said you like him, you're not surprised.
Boomer's a good guy. Harry hands off. Ball goes over. This is hit. This is LaShawn Johnson. Joe Kelly knocks the ball loose. And then Brian Dawkins recovers from Philadelphia, takes it down the sideline. There you go. This sets up a Ricky Waters sweep left. Good seal blocking inside. Excellent offensive goal line there as the Cardinals go up 7-0. I mean, take it back. The Eagles up 7-0. And then Leland McElroy, his first touchdown on the year, the rookie out of Texas A&M, as we have a tie ball game, 10-all at the half.
In Washington today, the 49ers put it out 19-16. Yes, indeed. Niners do it there at Washington. Carolina Panthers, boy, their defense, 4 sacks today, up in Houston in big. The Bears, 31-14 over the Lions despite Barry Sanders 8th consecutive year of 1,000 yards rushing. Only an NFL player to do that. Bengals in a shootout with the Falcons. They win it. The Buccaneers, 3 straight victories. Yes, indeed. Tony Dungy's got them doing it. Broncos, first team to qualify for the postseason. The Chargers, up and down. They were up today, knocking off the Patriots. Bill Parcells' Patriots bounce back 27-13 over the Colts. The Bills, without Kelly and Thurman Thomas, both injured, win it 35-10. The Ravens had a comfortable lead, but up and lose to the Jaguars in the end. Ray dies by 4, that in the second quarter. When we come back, some of you will go to local news. Others will come back for this guy to do an extensive section on highlights. Back in a bit. No, I'm not.
It's a Fox NFL special. Thanksgiving Day, join our pregame family to holiday tradition.
Thanksgiving Day football is just not complete without Pat Summerall and John Madden.
Now you're talking Thanksgiving. Now you're talking football.
Last season, Terry Allen and the Redskins upset the Cowboys twice. Now, Dallas is out to even the scores. The teams battle for playoff position in the NFC East. It's a Fox NFL special. Thursday, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
And the pitch out to Emmett Smith, number 21.
When I was a kid, I had a lot of dreams. And a lot of people told me I would never achieve it. Some people even told me I was too small to play football. That was all the motivation that I needed. Today, I have 3 Super Bowl rings and a college degree and a job that I really love. And I'm just getting started. So go on. Just tell me what I can do now. Never let go of your dreams. Just get out and play football.
Share Thanksgiving with the Bundys.
The only thing I'm sharing is this Thanksgiving wish.
And feel the love.
Look at this fat chicken that followed me home. I'm going to name him Hank.
Married with Children.
We're going to chop this bird's head off, stuff his butt full of bread, and eat him.
Fox Sports' James Brown guest stars on a brand new Married with Children tonight. A sex scandal rocks Springfield, and you won't believe who's getting caught in the act.
Hey, come on, you did me twice.
On a brand new Simpsons tonight on Nonstop Fox.
This is the Fox 11 News Halftime Report.
Good afternoon, I'm Susan Hirosuna. A chilling story today from New York City. A young mother tosses her 3 children off the roof of a 14-story building, then jumps to her own death. 2 of the children survived but are seriously injured. Their 7-year-old brother was killed. Police say the mother had been distraught. Rescuers continue to look for bodies in the wreckage of a hijacked jet that crashed in the Indian Ocean. As many as 123 people died when the Ethiopian Airlines jet ran out of fuel, landing in Shallow Resort. 52 people were rescued. Among the survivors are 2 hijackers and 3 of the 4 Americans on board the jet, including the American Consul General in Bombay. An Oregon man is lucky to have lived through another crash. Robert Vogel was on a C-130 aircraft when it crashed off Northern California Friday night. 11 Air Force reservists were killed, but somehow Vogel survived. This is what a guard rescuer had to say.
He's a very fortunate man because it was very dark and very foggy, and the man is just lucky.
Vogel was found clinging to a seat cushion. His cold weather survival suit was leaking. It's doubtful he would have lasted much longer in the chilly, shark-infested waters. 2 men posing as police officers burst into a South Los Angeles home last night. They tied up a male resident, then ransacked the West 84th Street home, pulling out drawers and upending furniture. They got away with jewelry and cash. Police say the suspects had fake badges but real guns. They were last seen in a beige Ford Taurus. The resident, thankfully, was not hurt. Well, for all the latest news, weather, and sports, watch Fox 11 News tonight at 10. Now we'll take you back to the game.
This has been the Fox 11 News Halftime Report.
My wife, Leon, and I have missed only 11 Packers games in the past 70 years. It's just a tremendous privilege to be able to get over to all those games. My name is Mel Kanoki, and I feel the power.
Fox, home of Super Bowl 31.
Buy Sega Saturn between now and the end of the year and we'll give you 3 top-selling arcade games free. That's Virtua Cop, Daytona USA, and Virtua Fighter 2. $189 value, free.
It's a cash giveaway at your Toyota dealer. Get $1,500 cash back on any 4-cylinder 97 T100. Or $1,000 cash back on any V6 T100 and every 97 Tacoma. Even $1,000 back on any 97 Corolla. Hurry, cash giveaway ends soon. I'm sold on you. Help, I need somebody. Help.
Count on GTE to help save you money on all your long distance, whether you call across the state or across the country with E-Easy Savings Plan. You can save up to 35% a month for an entire year. That equals a rate as low as 9 cents a minute. Sign up now for the GTE Easy Savings Plan by calling 1-800-GTE-3737. GTE. Amazing.
Raging arcade gameplay, the most authentic sports games, and access to the internet all on your TV. Play games, surf the net, only on Sega.
Fox Overtime, the best local post-game show on television, today after the game.
Back here at Giants Stadium, and a bit of a stunner to say the least. The New York Giants leading the Dallas Cowboys 13-3 at the half. At halftime, Lawrence Taylor and the 1986 Super Bowl champions who beat Denver 39-20 were honored. And it's a little bit ironic, Matt, that the Giants honored the 56 NFL champions earlier in the year when they defeated Minnesota, sending the Vikings to their first loss of the season.
Well, now they're hoping that they're going to be able to turn the trick with that 86 team. It's fun to see some of those guys, you know, Lawrence Taylor out there, old Jim Burt down there, still Harry Carson, all those guys. And remember, that team was about defense, and the game today is about defense as well.
And the big defensive plays coming up are Braun first half highlights.
Now you can see right there, this is Corey Whitmer. We talked 86 defense. Here's more defense. And that's just the awareness of knowing where the ball is, driving your arms through, creating the turnover, and then Tito Wooten taking it in for the only touchdown of the first half. There, the other half to that is you have a Michael Irvin, and you have an Emmitt Smith, and you have to look, you can look it down here. Look at, they're able to, 92 yards between the two of them, only 9 first downs, and they forced 2 turnovers. The biggest thing is they're playing as good as they can play defensively, and that's what they had to do.
There's Michael Irvin, who coughed the ball up after that hit by Whitmer to allow Tito Wooten to go 54 yards with 1:53 remaining. So we'll see whether the second half changes complexion or not. Brad Deloiso kicking off. Herschel Walker on a bounce. We'll let it go out of bounds, and the Cowboys catch a break. Will start from the line after Deloiso boots it out of bounds. Take a look, Matt, at the first half statistics.
There's so much we talked about, and you can see all the total yards, 155 to 96. You know, the other thing is, except for those 2 turnovers, the Dallas Cowboys defensively have played themselves a good football game as well. Time of possession, everything's about the same. But I think the biggest thing, when you look at that offensive line, you have to look at where Emmitt Smith is going today, and you can see, you know, the middle, right, left. But there's been no place to go because defensively, the New York Giants have played excellent run defense.
First down from the 40-yard line, and Aikman slips going back. Might have tripped over one of the offensive linemen.
Heck, he tripped over the 33-yard line. It reached up and grabbed him. You see that?
It does that at times.
Yeah, every now and then it does it. You know, how about this? Well, the first thing they do, they walk up. Look, they're going to come with a blitz inside. So Mike Nolan, yeah, he tripped on Moose Johnston's right foot. But Mike Nolan takes a calculated risk to send a message to the Cowboys like, we're not going to slow down. So aggressive right at the start.
Loss of 8 yards. Cowboys back to their 32. Now they send Moose split right. Aikman can't go right, goes left. And Emmitt Smith, after juggling the ball, brings it out to the 35-yard line, a pickup of 4 yards. Last year, when these teams opened the season at Giant Stadium on a Monday night, Emmitt Smith, on his first carry, ran 60 yards up the middle for a touchdown.
But guess what? This ain't last year.
That's right.
And the Cowboys aren't the same team, and right now, the New York Giants aren't the same team. Actually, the Giant defense is the same that was last week. Last week against Arizona, they were this close to pathetic. Right now, they're this close to being great.
3rd down and 14. Oh, that was Johnston with the receiving end and short of the first down. So once again, the Giants don't let the Cowboys get to the stick.
Excellent defense by the New York Giants. Excellent job by Mike Nolan. He gets aggressive, and then he sits back in the zones, and he's going to make them have to come to them. He's taking away the first down by position, and he's going to make you gain it by running through them.
And you can see Troy Aikman shows his disgust as he comes off the field. He doesn't like what's happening right now to the Dallas offense.
You know, at one point, they're just going to have to start taking their shots down the field. I mean, you just have to do that to open things up, and you can't let the defense continually dictate to you what's going to happen.
John Jett on the kick. Arthur Marshall running up to the 25. Ball for the fair catch. And the Giants will have the ball for the first time after holding Dallas on their first possession.
The Braun Flex Integral, with its pivoting head that adjusts to the contours of your face, gives you our closest, smoothest shave anytime, anywhere, fast.
Huh? Have a problem, officer? Have a nice day.
Braun, designed to perform better.
Well, you treat me this way, from dawn to dusk. You take me 100,000 miles, it's just not enough. Well, I'll go the distance, baby, I'll rise above, 'cause I know you're always gonna hurt the ones you love.
The highly durable Tacoma 4x2. Toyota trucks always come through.
Taco Bell introduces fajita wraps, a different taste from a whole new place.
Cut it up, spice it up, grill it up, wrap it up, mix it up, fire it up, fill it up, tear it up, wrap it up.
Sink your teeth into Taco Bell fajita wraps. Marinated grilled steak or chicken and roasted fresh veggies, all wrapped up and ready to rumba.
There's nothing ordinary about it. Wrap it up.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the Braun Flex Integral, designed to perform better. By MasterCard. MasterCard, it's smart money. By Toyota and their full line of quality cars and trucks. And by Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
And yes, the NHL on Fox will follow the NFL on Fox, and Troy Aikman continued to displeasure on the sideline during that break. First and 10 for the Giants. Starting from the 25, Chris Callaway is back in the lineup, and the pass to Callaway, and that is complete.
You know, we're talking about Troy Aikman and throwing underneath and, you know, just taking what the offense or defense is giving you. He goes to the sideline with Jason Garrett. He's hot. Garrett is on the phones to upstairs, and he's venting his frustrations to Garrett, and it's a buffer in between the coaching staff. And Troy Aikman right now is frustrated.
Second down and 1 following the catch by Callaway, who goes in motion. And here is Rodney Hampton, and Hampton will have a first down. Callaway, by the way, suffered that sprained left knee, and he came out to start the second half and made a reception. That was a 3-yard pickup for Hampton. Water bag up. Another one.
Great one. I mean, those are always great ones, especially down. But hey, last year, the Redskins beat them twice. Right. And it's on their minds. But look, they got to get through this one right now. And right now, the Giants are taking it to it.
Hampton for a couple, and the flag is down. Remember, we asked Emmett Smith about looking ahead to Thursday night, and he was quick to jump in with the fact that the Cowboys weren't looking ahead to the game with the Redskins. But that's easier said than done. Holding is the call against the Giants. Well, in the NFC East standings, Redskins losing today. The Eagles are trailing the Cardinals 13-10, and the Cowboys come in 7-4. Right now, Washington and Philadelphia have the best division records.
You know, Dick, regardless of all those records, if the Cowboys win out, they win their division. They have to play Washington twice. So everything is right in front of them. And
holding is the call against the Giants. It'll bring up first down at 20. But they have to win out to win that division. Dave Brown can't find a receiver, and he is down at the 28-yard line. That was Leon Lett, Darren Smith that time. Good coverage downfield by the Cowboys.
See, now this is where the Giants aren't very good. They're not very good because they don't have their personnel. And they have all these people hurt. So now, you know, Doxey's in and Gary Downs is in and now Aaron Pierce is out. That offensive line is doing a good job, but frankly, they just do not match up very well with these two corners. When you're going to take away the wide receivers in this offense, it's tough.
That's one of the reasons. Smith and Sanders, second down and 19. Three wide receivers in the lineup for the Giants. Flag is down. And there's Callaway. He's got it in Cowboy territory, running a sideline pattern. Roger Harper made the stop, but flag went down, and again, holding is the call against the Giants.
And it's going to go against Scott Gregg, and he is working on Tony Tolbert.
That's the second holding penalty against the Giants in this series.
I want you to watch Scott Gregg, number 74.
Holding. Number 74.
Right down here. Oh, actually, yeah, he got him. He got it, and he made sure he kept him down on top of it, too. Old Scott Gregg, I was talking to him the other day. You know, we had them the last time, and I called him I called him Herman Munster. And he said, hey, I'm not Herman Munster, I'm Lurch. He said, get that thing straight. He called me and said, doesn't he know?
He's proud of Lurch.
Oh, absolutely. Heck, you need that big gong and then come out and say, you rang.
Second down and 29 now after the penalty and a draw to Rodney Hampton. And a couple of yards for Hampton. Hampton started the game, and Wheatley came in and had a good second quarter for the Giants.
And we talked about Deion Sanders and Kevin Smith, and look, they've only thrown at him 2 times and no catches. I mean, when that happens, and then you have Kevin Smith on the other side, 2 catches, but he had the 1 pick also. So they've only thrown 6 times outside to their wide receivers for 2 receptions. When you take away your wide receivers in your offense, you have a tough time.
Tyrone Wheatley is in the game. Third down and 26, and the pressure is on, and Wheatley can't hold on. Chad Hennings put the pressure on Dave Brown, and there's Hennings and Roger Harper defending upfield.
Well, Hennings beats him right off the start. You're going to watch him right inside number 95. Stone tries to short set him, and he just goes right to the top side and forces Brown to jump out of the pocket and throw the ball downfield.
Mike Horan will kick for the second time, and Kelvin Haymart calls for the fair catch. And his own man ran into him, Williams. So the Cowboys will start from their 34-yard line after the 45-yard kick by Horan.
That's right.
Sweet dreams.
From the beginning, Miller Genuine Draft is a beer unlike any other. Uniquely cold filtered for maximum refreshment. Brewed with specially selected grains, the finest malted barley, and only the choicest hops the Northwest has to offer. Miller Genuine Draft. Always smooth, always refreshing, beginning to end. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Stay cool.
Can MasterCard help stop a thief? The answer lies in the tamper-resistant panel that MasterCard pioneered. It makes a stolen credit card practically useless. And your map even more secure. MasterCard. It's smart money.
Emergency room doctors rely on medicines they know to be effective and safe. And for sprains, the pain reliever they recommend most is Advil. 2 Advil work better on tough pain than any 2 extra-strength Tylenol. Advil just works better.
A discovery from another world.
What you're looking at is quite possibly from Mars.
Could mean the end of ours. A brand new X-Files, tonight on Fox.
Back at Giants Stadium, where the Giants lead the Cowboys 13-3, and Barry Switzer saying all week that this game would be a trap with all the recent successes against the tough foes that the Cowboys have managed to handle, winning 3 out of 4 against the tough teams. He said this game would be a trap, and so far he's right on the money.
Well, it's funny because you tell your team that to make them aware so they don't fall in the trap, and then they get up there, and it still happens.
First down for the Cowboys from the Emmett Smith, who has been totally harnessed as a running back, is tackled by Chad Bratsky that time at a gain of 1.
Now, I want you to watch. This is taking care of everybody taking care of their gaps. I want you to look at all this inside. This is a nice job of this defense of filling the gaps and no place to run. See, everybody's maintaining. Bratsky does a good job. Tuanay stays with them, and because there's no holes and everybody's in their gaps maintaining the discipline, Bratsky can make the play.
Herschel Walker comes in, and he is wide to the right as a receiver on 2nd and 9. Aikman under pressure, and the pass is caught by Kevin Williams and out of bounds short of the first down marker. That was a gain of 8 yards, and after the Cowboys scored a field goal on an 85-yard drive, not much to talk about for Dallas.
Yeah, but here's the most important thing. Look at this. 13 plays that first drive, and look at after this. I mean, and then what happened is the Giants defense started to get a feel, and Mike Nolan started to get a feel, and then they really started to play with confidence. Incidentally, in that last play, Kevin Williams made a big mistake. Nobody was out there. He came back to the ball short of the first down marker.
3rd down and 1 at the 43. Swing pass to Emmitt Smith and run out of bounds for a first down. And what was interesting looking at the Cowboy possessions is that they've had only 78 yards of offense after that first possession of the game.
I want you to watch Kevin Williams. Going to come out, and they're going to come right back inside. They're going to try to just run the pick. See, you're flashing your defenders, and then you're going to get Emmitt Smith to the outside. You don't have to really block anybody. What you have to do is flash them, and that's just get in front of them and make them redirect their route. And that's just enough to allow Emmitt Smith to get out there and get the first down.
Deion Sanders replaces William Seaver. First down at the 49, and they're going deep for Deion. He's got it. Deion Sanders, and he loses it, and the Giants have recovered. Jesse Campbell picks up the fumble from Deion Sanders, and it'll be Giants ball.
That's a heads-up job by Philippi Sparks. Sparks was beaten. Ball was catched. He made sure that he got his hand in there to force it away. Watch it.
Welcome to Spirit of the Game, brought to you by Southwest Airlines, with low fares on every flight, every seat, every day.
Hustle, 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 hustle!
Being an NFL quarterback is not as easy as you think. Then again, it can't be as hard as it looks.
Quarterback!
Just making big play after big play after big play.
All right, John. Hey!
A I've been around this land of ours from sea to shining sea. And if it stands for anything, it's that every man is free. Free to roam from city to city, to ride the open range. Free to come and go at will, to grab hold of the reins. But if you want to see the country in its glory and its pride, you've got to have a trusty mount that's always ready to ride.
Jake!
My defense!
Legroom.
An obedient dog.
That's easy. My teammates and my Corolla. My royalty.
Down there.
What can you count on? In the past 29 years, over 20 people answered
My Corolla.
the 1997 Toyota Corolla, the most trusted car in the world.
My Corolla.
Witness the most horrifying accidents ever caught on tape. And meet the people who survived them. Close Call, Cheating Death, Monday on Non-Stop Fox.
Big play by Felipe Sparks, forcing the fumble by Deion Sanders. So 2 fumbles by Cowboy wide receivers, Michael Irvin in the first half, and now Deion Sanders. And the 3rd turnover for Dallas gives the Giants the ball on their 4-yard line. Rodney Hampton, the running back, and 2 tight ends for the Giants. There's Hampton out to the 6-yard line. That was a 42-yard pass, by the way, before the fumble.
See, this is a great play by Sparks. Here's Sparks up there. They're going to run the tight end at the safety. See, that's going to make him slow down right here. Sparks is expecting the safety inside. Now foot race, and here's the heads up. See how he knew? Watch how his right arm, he closes and makes the strip. It's something that you really have to be aware of. You saw Widmer do it earlier. It's worked on every day in practice, but Sparks played it to perfection.
2nd down and 7. Callaway in motion, and tripping is Hampton. And he gets a couple of yards. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Giants. 6:46 remaining. So the Giants forcing 3 turnovers. This has been a terrific defensive game for them. And Hampton just tripped up on his own man there, the center, Brian Williams. 3rd down and 7. Dorsey to the left and Callaway wide right. Colbert putting pressure on Brown, and the pass is caught by Lawrence Dorsey. And Dorsey will bring the Giants out for a 1st down to the 17. Kevin Smith defending a gain of 10.
You know, Dick, I got to tell you something. I'm sitting here, or standing rather, and I am so impressed right now with Dan Reeves. I'm going to tell you why. Now, you're going into this game, and you know you don't have your wide receivers. They know you have to run the football to be effective. So you, as a coach, it's your job to make the adjustments to your personnel, and then you have to make it work. And it's your job to make the right calls. And right now, Dan Reeves is just way on top of his game.
He sure is. Maybe his best ball game of the year. Jonte Carver limps off. Roderick Thomas has come in. 1st down. Hampton bounces off the defender and gets it out to the 20. Strickland on the play. There is Jonte Carver, the 2nd-year defensive lineman, shaken up.
Speed guy, and he's been playing defensive end, and they need him. And then he doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's got the most experience at that position. Now they're going to take Roderick Thomas, put him on the other side, and Kavika Pittman is the other guy who's a rookie right now.
2nd and 7 on the Giants line. Hampton off the left side, and it'll be 3rd down now. And right now, for a McDonald's game break, let's return to James Brown at our Fox Television Center. JB?
Hey, Dick, Jacksonville overcame a 25-10 deficit. This Mike Hollis 34-yard field goal for Jacksonville helped them to their 5th victory of the season. And right now, it's still 13-10 Arizona over Philly in Arizona. Back to Dick and Matt.
That's a game a lot of people in our viewing audience interested in, the Eagles and the Cardinals. Well, Arizona's been improved.
Tell you what, the Cardinals have really got, man, that's a nice job out there by that coaching staff to improve that offensive line as much as they have.
3rd down and 5. Dave Brown has time, but can't do anything, and He'll get about a yard, and that will bring up 4th down, and the Giants will have to kick.
You know, now, there's no place to throw the football down there, but there was time to throw the ball. Now, the defense of the Cowboys win that series, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Just a nice job by the underneath coverage. They're trying to run all those crossing routes, and they're knocking people off. That's what you have to do.
Mike Moran with the pick. Kelvin Martin on a line drive pick. Gets past one defender. Kelvin Martin into Giant territory. And he's tackled at the 41-yard line. That was a big return of 20 yards by Kelvin Martin. And the Cowboys with ideal field position come back.
Coors Light, the silver bullet. It's shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies. The new Coors Light wide mouth can is here with a giant opening for a smoother pour.
Little Caesar's new pizza by the foot is radically different, so please observe a safe turning radius. No. Yes. Thank you and good luck. Little Caesar's new pizza by the foot is radically different, so please observe a safe turning radius. No. Yes. Hey, look out! Thank you and good luck.
I don't think he was paying attention.
Pizza by the foot. Nearly 3 feet of pizza and free at just $10.99. Carried out or have it delivered.
How do you do a really big project without a really big budget?
The Ace Really Big Sale.
Big help and big name products at really big savings. The Really Big Sale. One big reason, Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
100 feet below water. That tunnel is sealed. The only way out
We are not leaving in here!
is together. Daylight. Rated PG-13. Daylight breaks December 6th.
Monday on Fox, witness some of the most horrifying accidents ever caught on tape. You won't believe anyone could survive them, but they did, and you'll see how on the all-new special, Close Calls, Cheating Death. Monday at 9, 8 Central on Nonstop Fox. Parental discretion is advised.
That's the return of Kelvin Martin. Conrad goes right by, and then right there, Charles hit from behind. But Kelvin Martin is doing all he can to add a spark to this offense, because offensively, these guys are off right now. I mean, they've been off the whole game except for that first series.
They have. But they have the best starting field position of the game, the Giant 41. Trailing 13-3, Troy Aikman's pass caught by Michael Irvin. And hit immediately short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. The last time the Cowboys scored a touchdown was on November the 10th in the 4th quarter against the 49ers. They have gone 19 possessions without getting a touchdown.
You know, and you wonder why. When you know that, Kevin Williams come back, it's made a difference. And the offensive line is starting to get healthy, and they're starting to run the football effectively. But right now, the Giants, they're just winning the battle. It's that simple.
Emmett Smith and a fine tackle by Chad Bratsky in the open field.
Heck, Bratsky even got a shoe with the deal. Emmett ran right out of his shoe, and Bratsky threw it.
Loss of 3 yards.
And you can't run with one. That's a blowout. That is another great job of taking everything away and making him run this way. So you make him run sideways, he can't be gaining ground. Bratsky comes up and just makes sure he gets that shoe. Then at the end, he just flips it to him. Here, have a shoe.
Smith will come out, and Sherman Williams, who had a 16-yard run and a lot of burst, according to Barry Switzer, comes in at running back on 3rd and 4. And we'll have a whistle and see if the flag is against the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, this one's going to be interesting because the interior line of the Giants moved, and then Derek Ware moved after. They might say that he was drawn.
Tom White, our referee.
False start. Number 89. Shooting fire.
And it was Derek Ware.
5-yard penalty.
By the way, Johnny Mitchell was signed by the Cowboys week, reported Thursday, but he is inactive in this game. And with, of course, Jay Novacek out and Eric Bjornsson with 2 sprained ankles out, they're really down to Armstrong and Ware at tight end at this point. Cowboys have rushed for only 18 yards. They haven't run well all year long. Third down and 9. Aikman knocked away, and a fine play by Felipe Sparks on the pass intended for Kevin Williams.
Thomas Randolph came across. Now, Aikman is going to, he knows he has to get it. Now, Randolph right there. Look at that.
Randolph.
Right around. And I'll tell you, the other part is Coleman Rudolph, 91. See, Coleman Rudolph is sitting inside, which slows the receiver down a little, and that allows Randolph to come over and knock that ball away.
So on fourth down, John Jett will kick. And the Giant defense again does its job. And the kick is knocked in, and now let's see whether they rule it a touchback.
If he touches any part of that end zone, it comes out.
Charlie Williams tried to save it, but he was in the end zone, and the Giants will bring it out to the 20-yard line.
They say the 50s were the golden age of television. But today we can actually use our TVs to surf the internet. So we can go places we've always dreamed of going. Find out about almost anything. Hear things we've never before. Amazing.
Web TV from Philips Magnavox. The power of the internet now on your own television.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals? Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue #1, so don't send the wrong signals. Get Selsun Power.
Have you seen the elf? It's hiding behind this car. The elf.
The world's smallest 2-time zoom camera. The big news in the advanced photo system.
Have you seen the elf?
New from Canon.
What's all this malarkey about how tough football players used to be? Used to be? Who's tougher than Reggie White? Bum hamstring, and he's still tossing linemen around like bocce balls. And if that locomotive can bring the heat with his leg on the fritz, imagine what it'll do to your health. Brother, they'll be taking team photos with an X-ray camera. Say cheese, wise guy.
What's Ned going to say when he finds out his divorce is costing him $8 zillion?
Hope that comes with a pants-down spanking.
A brand new Ned and Stacy tonight after The Simpsons.
You watch Charlie Williams. This is a great effort right here. He's going to go up now. His foot is just a tiny bit on, but not quite. Throws it back. Now watch Swans. Swans has to not let any part of his body touch it. Touch the end zone. And right there. See that? There's the touch. And that's a great call by the officials who are right on top of it. Now watch Swans at the end. Swans pulls his elbows in real quick. So he goes out and he has to stabilize himself with that elbow right there. And that's in. And that's a nice call by the official.
Swans has played very well as a run defender and special teams.
Hold it.
He can run.
Hold it.
Joe Avisano, the special teams coach of the Cowboys. All the special teams coaches are about as active as their special teams players, it seems.
You know, if there's one area in all football that's overcoached, it's like the special teams. The special teams coaches, if they have one thing, it's like the overcoach syndrome. Man, they go from top to bottom, everything you can possibly cover.
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for the Giants. First down at the 20. Galloway in motion to the right. Play action. And there's Howard Cross trying to get past George Teague, and Teague wrestles him down, but a gain of about 6 yards for the Giants.
Again, another nice job of Dan Reeves. Dan Reeves is on top of his game. Dan Reeves has this offense down today. He's giving his players the best opportunity to do well. And that's what coaching's all about. You know, he's under a lot of fire. You know, the speculation is he'll be gone at the end of the season. But I've yet to see a coach make a tackle or throw a ball. But he's doing everything he can today to keep them in this game.
Ryan Saxton, the tight end, is lining up in the backfield and blocking for Tyrone Wheatley, but nothing there as the Cowboys close, and a loss of a couple of yards on that play.
You can see Brown has thrown it half as many times. Aikman's on top of his game, obviously, with 211 and throwing everything underneath. Both have one pick. Now, you go into this game and you're saying, okay, if the Giants have to throw to win the game, you have to like the Cowboys' chances. The other side of that is if the Giants could stop the running game, they still felt they had to have a tough time against Troy Aikman throwing the football.
Third down and 5. Bobbled on the snap from center momentarily, and unable to hold on as Gary Downs. That pass was low as again Brown took a hit. So that will bring up 4th down, and the Giants will have to kick it away. The Giants defensively played the game. In fact, the only touchdown has been a defensive touchdown scored by the Giants.
Yeah, I'm telling you, hey, Dallas' defense is no slouch either. I mean, they're playing really well.
Well, we'll see what their offense does as Kelvin Martin goes back deep. Mike Horan will kick it away for the Giants, and we have a penalty play.
False start. Moving prior to the snap, number 85, offense.
That's
at the 5-yard
Kozlowski.
penalty. 4th down.
Number 85. See, if he goes down in the 3-point, he can't move. But if he's set like that, he can point and still move.
Moran, not a kick, and Bearcats called for by Kelvin Martin at midfield. So the Cowboys will have good field position for their 2nd straight possession. That was only a 30-yard kick by Horan. This game is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New York Giants and the National Football League is strictly prohibited. Dallas Cowboys got the opening points of the game, a field goal by Boney Olden. Ever since then, it's been the Giants, 13 unanswered points. Dallas passing more than running. See what Troy Aikman does starting in midfield. Sherman Williams off the left tackle, and this should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. The whistle had blown, and the ball is dead. And the clock has run down. That is the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, the Giants 13, the Cowboys. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages from your local Fox station.
Catch a brand new Melrose Place Monday on Nonstop Fox.
It's here.